Hey guys, Headshot here with another deck tech. Today I'm going to be showing a blue-black zombie control deck. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about why there was no pack opening yesterday. And that's because yesterday I was at a draft at my local shop, and I ended up making a black-red-green deck. And so my first game I was versing an Azorius deck, and we were kind of tied the entire time, and it was game 3. We ran out of time, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just give you the win. And so then I ended up going 0-1 because I just gave him the win. I didn't really care to have a tie. And then I won my next 2 games in a row, so I was 2-1. And then final game, you just had to go 3-1 to get a payout or to go home with packs. And I'm 2-1, so like, alright, just have to win this game. And I was versing a Selesnya deck. And at first I was just trampling over this guy. He was at like 5 or some life. About to win next turn, he drops Angel of Serenity and just wipes my field. And actually after that, like, I was hoping to top deck a kill card to get rid of the Angel, but then he freaking played Armada Worm, and I was like, shit, dude, what did this guy draft? I was like, damn, someone got some good picks. And it was hilarious, because game 2, the exact same thing happened, got him at low life, and then he literally dropped Angel of Serenity. Turn after that, he just drops Armada Worm. I'm like, holy shit, you win. So I went 2-2 at my draft. That's why I had no pack openings, so I didn't win any packs there. But it did let me finish my blue-black zombie deck, so that's why I'm showing this off. But actually, today I was going to go to B-dubs with my friends. It's pretty funny. But I came home today from school and my entire wallet was just empty. And I'm like, shit, now I don't get to go to B-dubs. Had no money. I don't know what happened with there. But yeah, I was pretty pissed. So I was like, fuck it, I'm making a deck tech. Alright, so here we are. Getting into the lands. This is a blue-black control deck. And keep in mind that it is modern, because I usually just play casual modern decks. But to start, we have 4 Drowned Catacombs, really good mana fixing. It taps that a blue or black, so really nice in this deck. Then we have 2 Terramorphic Expanses, pretty basic mana fixing. I didn't have any Darkslick Shores, so I am running Terramorphic instead. Then we have 4 Islands, only 4 because the deck is mostly black, and got most of our mana fixing, so you don't really get mana screwed in this deck. And then we have 15 Swamps, so pretty solid mana fixing. I never really get mana screwed. Like I usually get the colors that I need, so it works out. Then we have 3, getting into the 1-drops, we have 3 Diagraph Ghoul. Pretty basic in any zombie deck. It's just 1 mana for a 2/2 body. Really nice 1-drop. Then we have Gravecrawler, obviously, but I only have 2 of them, but I wouldn't mind getting a playset. And he's just so awesome, all the combos you can do with him. Like if you have a Grimgrin and like Diagraph Captain out, you can be sacking him with Grimgrin, make the Grimgrin bigger, and make your opponent just lose a ton of life with the Captain. You can always just recast him and do it again. So he has a lot of good combos. Alright, next we have Ghoul Caller's Chant. Really nice 1-drop sorcery. Lets us put 2 creature cards from our graveyard to our hand, which is awesome for 1 mana. And all the creatures in here are zombies, so it's really nice. And there's a lot of things we can do with the graveyard in this deck, so there's a lot of graveyard usage. So that card is very relevant in this deck. And then since there's the control deck, we have 4 mana leaks. Pretty basic counter magic. I think every control deck needs some form of counter magic. So mana leak's awesome. A 2 mana counter spell, can't go wrong there. Alright, next we have 2 Guess Verdicts. 2 mana instant speed removal. Make a target player sack a creature and then they lose 1 life. That's awesome because it gets through Shroud and Hexproof, guys. Really nice removal. 1 Black Sun Zenith for board removal, and if we're versing like a really solid like aggro deck, we can always just wipe their field and then like win the game from there, so that's really good. Last 2-drop, we have 1 Think Twice. 2 mana instant, draw a card, and then it's got a flashback cost of 2 and a island, so flashback for 3. Really nice because it's that instant speed, and sometimes it's just in your graveyard and you can cast it for the flashback, so really good draw card. Next we have 3 Forbidden Alchemies. Really good because it puts stuff in our graveyard, which is exactly what we need. And it does, for 3 mana, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. And it's got a flashback cost for 6 and a swamp, so for 7. Flashback isn't as relevant, but we can cast it, and it's really good because it's draw a card and it also puts stuff in our graveyard, so it's awesome. Next we have 3 Diagraph Captains. Really good lord in this deck. Gives all our zombies 1/1, and whenever another zombie dies, target opponent loses 1, so really good with Gravecrawler. And he does have death touch himself, so he can block large guys to get rid of him, so he's really good. One foil, Lich Lord of Onyx. I love the art on this guy, just have to say that. And if you're not familiar with what he does, he's a bit older. For 2 mana, tap him, make a 1/1 blue-black zombie token so he can generate tokens. And then for 4 mana, target opponent loses X life and puts the top X cards of their deck into their graveyard, where X is the number of zombies you control. So you can do some pretty ridiculous stuff with him if you have Endless Ranks of the Dead out. Like, say we have Endless Ranks out, we got like 10 zombies out, you pay 4, target opponent loses 4 life and mills the top... you pay 4 mana, target opponent loses 10 life and mills the top 10 cards if that's how many zombies you have, so he's just incredible. 1 Geralt's Messenger, only 1 because he's a little intensive on the 3 black for the mana cost, but 3/2 Undying, enters tapped, when he enters target opponent loses 2 life. So really annoying for your opponents, and he's really, really good. 1 Cemetery Reaper, 3 mana, 2/2 body, other zombies you control get 1/1. Pay 3, tap him, exile target creature from a graveyard, and you get a 2/2 black zombie token, so he's really awesome in here. Next we have a playset of Skin Renders. Skin Render being a really awesome 2-for-1 card, because for 4 mana he's a 3/3 body, and then when he enters, you put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature. So you can always kill something or make something weaker, and it gets through indestructible guys, so he's just awesome 2-for-1. And Endless Ranks of the Dead, as I was talking about earlier, really awesome, makes a shit ton of zombies late game, and you'll be surprised we end up using for zombie tokens later if you have it. 1 Evil Twin, 4 mana. Most people don't like 4 mana for a clone effect, but I actually like this card quite a bit because for 4 mana you copy target creature, but you can always pay a blue and a black, tap it, destroy target creature with the same name as this creature, so you pretty much destroy the creature you just cloned that your opponents control if you cloned your opponent's creature. So that's really good because it's also removal in that way. But if anything, you could always just do it on your own guy to make another copy if you have a big guy out late game. So that's awesome. 1 Jace Memory Adept, and this guy's abilities are just incredible. +1 is card advantage. You draw a card and then target player mills a card, so you probably do that on yourself to get like a grave color or something in your graveyard. And then for 0, it's just ridiculous. Target opponent puts the top 10 cards of their deck into their graveyard. So for 0 loyalty you can do that, and that's just awesome. And his -7, any number of target players each draw 20 cards. Not as relevant, but it can win you the game. Then we have 1 Grimgin Corpseborn. I was talking about this guy a lot earlier. Really good 5-drop, 5/5 body. He does enter tapped and does not untap during your untap step, but you sacrifice a creature, aka Gravecrawler, and put a 1/1 counter on it. And then whenever he attacks, you destroy target creature defending player controls and put another 1/1 counter on him. So if you even have like Gravecrawler or Diagraph Captain out, you can be sacking your Gravecrawler, recasting it, making Grimgin bigger, making them lose life with the Captain, and you can swing in with just a large body and just kill their best creatures, so he's just awesome. 1 Vengeful Pharaoh, 5/4 Death Touch for 5, really awesome creature, because if he's in your graveyard and combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker you control, you destroy target attacking creature and put him back on top of your deck, so he just keeps coming back, really annoying to fight. 1 Geth Lord of the Vault, really awesome big creature, 6 mana, 5/5 Intimidate, legendary zombie. Pay a black and X, put target artifact or creature card with convert mana cost of X from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control tapped. Then that player puts the top X cards of their deck into the graveyard. So it mills your opponent, but you also like can take control of an artifact or creature in their grave. So like one time I was versing my buddy that was playing a mono red burn deck, and he had like 3 Vexing Devils in his graveyard, and I was literally just paying 2 mana to keep casting a Vexing Devil and make him lose a ton of life, and I was milling him while I was doing it, so it was just awesome card. Really, really good. 1 Geralt's Mind Crusher, really solid, 6 mana for a 5/5 body with Undying, and when he enters, target player mills 5 cards, sorry. But so 5/5, he dies, comes back as a 6/6, they mill another 5, so in total they'll be milling like 10 cards, and you can always do it to yourself. But just really, really good, big creature, gets bulky, hard to get rid of. And then finally, we have probably my favorite card in the deck, Temporal Mastery. And this card is just ridiculous, because for obviously 7 mana you can take an extra turn after this one, but it's got a miracle cost of 1 and a blue. So for 2 mana, if you miracle this card, you take an extra turn after this one. That's just so ridiculously good and overpowered. It's such a good... It's one of the best blue cards in the format, I think, at this point. Or just, I mean, for standard right now, even though this deck's modern. But still, just Temporal Mastery does so much on its own. So thanks, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe for more deck techs. This was my blue-black Corpseborn zombie deck. Thanks, guys. Keep watching.